We are with Julie Kagawa, the famous writer. And why did you become a writer?
So the original plan was, like, I wasn't always going to be a writer. The original plan was to be a veterinarian, and that's what I wanted to do when I was small. But then I got to high school and realized that to be a veterinarian, I needed to know a lot of math and science, and it kind of lost its appeal because I'm terrible with numbers. So then I decided, well, I love reading and I really love writing, so maybe I'll be a writer. And that around 16, I decided I was going to be a writer.
Do you regret it sometimes that you are not a vet?
I don't think so. I love what I do. I love writing, and I lived on a farm with lots of animals, and while I do miss that part of it, I have my dogs and I have my cats, and I love writing, and I'm kind of glad that now that I don't have to spend the days cleaning up dog vomit.
Okay, and from all the book genres, why did you choose fantasy?
Because fantasy is what I love to read. Any book that had a dragon on it, I would just automatically read. So I loved fantasy, and really that's all I read throughout high school. And I just love creating worlds, and I love fantasy characters and magic, so fantasy was the best fit for me.
It's cool you can make everything up, yeah. Okay, do you want to write in the future books that aren't fantasy? Maybe some horror or romance?
I do have a few books, in my head that are like sci-fi. I do have an idea for a romantasy. But for now, I think I will keep writing fantasy until I have, another idea.
We love your fantasy books, so we will read them. Is there any writer you admire and being inspired by?
Yeah, I love the books of Leigh Bardugo. I love the books of Laini Taylor, and so the writer that was an inspiration for me for throughout my high school years was Neil Gaiman.
Okay, I understand. Do you have your own writing ritual?
I treat writing as a job most days. I'll go into my office in the morning, I'll sit down, and then I'll just get started. My ritual is I have to write 1,000 words a day, and that is my ritual. If I get to the end of the day and I haven't gotten my 1,000 words, well, I just have to keep going until I get my 1,000 words, and that is my ritual. Also, caffeine. I need lots of caffeine.
It's very helpful. How do you create your book characters? Are you inspired by real life people or do you make them up?
I am inspired mostly by anime and video games. The characters and worlds in video games have always been inspiring. So, for example, my next book coming out is called Fateless, and it was very heavily inspired by the video games Assassin's Creed and Prince of Persia.
Okay, thank you very much.